Alright guys, welcome. First I would like to give credit to the authors of this material jam remix. Now, run through chapter 16 based on reproduction in flowering plants, germination, fruit and seed dispersal. Number 1, which of these is not a characteristic of wind pollinated flower? Write down characteristics of wind pollinated flower. Number 1, absence of scent, comma, absence of nectary. Number 2, large feathery. Feathery is spelled Feathery, comma, long and thin. Number 3, they are light, comma, smooth, comma, numerous. And that's the last point there. I would like to give one line or one space and write again. Characteristics of insect pollinated flowers. 1, presence of nectary, comma, presence of scent to attract insect or pollinators. Number 2, they are heavy, rough, and they are sticky, and they possess few pollens or pollen grains. Number 3, they have short stires or stigmas and or comma, long stires. Number 4, they have short filaments or pendulous filament. And number 5, they have large brightly colored flowers. Open bracket, they are petals, close bracket. So if you come back here, you will discover that from all the options given, option A, smaller quantities of sticky pollen, is not characteristics of wind pollinated. Rather, this is a characteristics of insect pollinated flowers. So number 1 is option A. Number 2, a germinating seed requires oxygen, which is essential for, right, oxygen is essential for producing energy by oxidizing essential carbohydrates. Full stop. So let's go through our options. Option C is the correct option. Production of energy by oxidizing essential carbohydrate. Number 3, the region of cell division in a root is, option E is the correct answer, meristem. But I'd like you to jot this down. Meristem contains cells capable of cell division. These cause growth at the apices of root and stem, also called apical meristem. Apices is spelled Apices. Number 4, which of the statements below is not characteristics of wind pollinated flower? Similar to question 1. So I'm just going to pick the answer here. Let me go through it myself. Stigma are usually large. The one that has large stigma, the large stigma are usually, let's see, usually large and feathery. Nectars are usually absent. They're asking for, it's not a characteristics of wind pollinated flower. Number 4 is option C. The pollen grains have rough spiny surfaces. No. This one is for insect pollinated flowers. Remember, we said the pollens are heavy, sticky, rough, and they are few. Number 5, the plumule is best described as, I'd like you to jot down, plumule is the future shoot of a plant, while radicle is the future root of a plant. Radicle is radicle. Number 6, a dry indehiscent wing fruit formed from one carpel is known as samara. Number 6 is option C, samara. So right, samara is a dry indehiscent wing fruit that is formed from one carpel. I also want us to jot a couple of points down. Right, dry indehiscent fruit. Number 1, samara, comma. Number 2, cypsela. Cypsela is Cypsela. Number 3, caryopsis. Cryphosis. Number 4, akins. Akins spelled Acene. So you have samara, cypsela, caryopsis, akins. And lastly, number 5, nut. 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 These are dry indehiscent fruit. Give a space and write. Dry dehiscent fruit. Dehiscent is spelled Dehiscent. Dry dehiscent fruit. Number 1, follicles. Number 2, capsule. Follicles is spelled Follicle. S-I-C-L-E. Number 2, capsule. Number 3, sequela. S-I-L-I-Q-U-A. Number 3, schizocap. Number 4, legume. So you have legume, follicle, capsule, sequela, and schizocap. These are dry dehiscent fruit. Dry dehiscent fruit. Now I also want you to jot down a couple of points. Caryopsis is a fruit that has its fruit wall fused to the seed coat. Caryopsis is a fruit that has its fruit wall or pericarp fused to the seed coat. Next line, right? Cypsela is a fruit with persistent calyx. Calyx is spelled C-A-L-Y-X. C-A-L-Y-X. Calyx as a tuft of hair. As a tuft of hair. The tuft is spelled T-U-F-T, right? Tuft of hair called pappus. Pappus is P-A-P-P-U-S. You keep that in mind. Now, I also want you to jot one more down. Samara is easily identified by the presence of its wing. Jot this down too. Samara is easily identified by the presence of its wing. So if they say a fruit has wing, we know say na Samara that they talk about. Number 7. So wing, Samara. 7. In which of the following tissues do these cells have the ability to divide? Number 7 is option A, meristem. Meristem. Jot down. The cells of a meristem have ability to divide or undergo cell division. Number 8. The maize grain is regarded as a fruit and not a seed because, right, option B, the tester and the fruit walls are fused after fertilization. The tester and the fruit walls are fused after fertilization. And so maize, right, I want you to jot this point. The maize fruit is a dry, indehiscent fruit having its tester, T-E-S-T-A, and fruit wall fused after fertilization. Then put an hyphen in front of it or equal to, right. Caryopsis, C-A-R-Y-P-O-S-I-S, caryopsis. There's a reason why I gave you this. A lot of the question would ask questions on caryopsis. Number 9, let's tackle number 9. Figure 2. Figure 2 is a section of a drupe. The part number 2 is, jot down, the part number 1 is called the epicarp. The part number 2, this middle part here, is called the mesocarp. The part number 3 is called the endocarp. And 4 is called the seed. So number 9 is option C, mesocarp. 2 is mesocarp. Then the fruit, the one-sided fruit in which the pericarp and seed coat have become fused together is known as, the one-seeded. So jot down, caryopsis are one-seeded fruits with the pericarp and seed coat fused together. So number 10 is option C, caryopsis. 11. A true fruit is formed from, right. True fruits are fruit formed from fertilized ovary only. You could have an example, mango. Next, false fruits are fruits that are formed from ovary and other floral parts. Example, cashew nut and apple. I'd also want us to jot some points more down. Right. Fruit developing from whole inflorescence are also known as false fruit. Whole inflorescence. How do you spell inflorescence? I-N-F-L-U-O-R-E-S-C-E-N-C-E. Examples of false fruit, pineapple. Next, right? Parthenocarpic fruits are fruits that are developed without being fertilized, and such fruit are usually seedless. Example, bananas and pineapple. So banana and pineapple, they are parthenocarpic fruits. How do you spell parthenocarpic? P-A-R-T-H-E-N-O-C-A-R-P-I-C. Number 12. Water is required for seed germination to take place because what does water does? It activates the enzymes, right? It activates the enzymes, right? Water facilitates seed germination, right? Water facilitates seed germination by dissolving and activating the enzymes in the cell. Dissolved to dissolve the stored food and provide medium for enzymatic activities, comma, to also soften the seed coats. And lastly, helps to transport dissolved food to growing regions. Help to transport dissolved food to growing regions. Number 13. For pollination, and fruit formation, the essential parts of the flowers should be the essential part of the flower for pollination and seed and fruit formation. Number 13, let's see. The pistil. The pistil is the essential part. Pistil. The pistil, also known as gynosium or gynosium. Gynosium is an essential part. Gynosium is an essential part. Right. The pistil, pistil, contains the stigma, comma, the style, comma, and ovary. Next, right. The ovary contains the ovary wall and the ovule. Ovule is ovule. While the fruit contains the pericarp and the seed. The pericarp and the seed. Continue writing. Essential part of a flower. Gynosium, which is spelled Gynoecium. Gynosium of pistil or of carpel. It could be called gynosium of carpel or pistil. Is the female part of a flowering plant. Is the female part of a flowering plant. They call it gynosium. So the female part, like the female reproductive part of a flowering plant, is called gynosium. While, next line, right, androecium. Androecium is spelled Androecium. Androecium, or open bracket, right, stamen, stamens, close bracket, is the male part of the flowering plant. Is the male part of the flowering plant. Give space and write. Non-essential part of a flowering plant. Calyx. 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 Or the sepals. Sepals is also sepals. And lastly, corolla. Corolla or petals. Corolla is corolla. Open brackets. Petals. 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 So, if we go back to our question from question 13, the pollination and fruit formation, comma, the essential parts. Please note, I want you to write down on top of that calyx and corolla, they are non-essential parts of a flower. While androecium and gynosium, they are essential parts of a flower. Those are essential, very, very essential parts of a flower. Okay, so number 13 is option C. 14, the tester. What has happened to the tester? This fruit here now is showing that this tester is of, let's see. The tester has been fused. So the tester is included in the part numbered 1. So number 14 is option B. And this fruit is a caryopsis. 15. Reserve food materials is stored where? Reserve food materials is stored. I would like us to write down. If you would jot down for this diagram, reserve food, there will be no need to jot. Reserve food material is stored around, let's see, it's stored around 2, this point. Reserve food is stored here, and it's also stored here, these 3. So 2 and 3. Reserve food is stored 2 and 3. Reserve food is stored 2 and 3. This one here, 1 is called pericarp. Pericarp, and it also has the seed coat fused together. 2 is called the endosperm, which is the major site of storage if you are writing down. 3 is called the cotyledon. Most times they call it, or sometimes they call it scutellum. Some food are also stored here, which is the cotyledon. Then This 4, the 4 is called the plumole, and the 5 is called the radicle. 5 is called the radicle. You can see this one would grow down into the ground, while this plumole will grow up into the air or the atmosphere. So that's that for that. Next question, number 16. Let's go to number 16. The correct figure sequence for the following label part is 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. And I'm going to say what 2, 1, 4, 3. This diagram is not clear enough, but 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. So the correct sequence, right? The correct sequence is from the stigma. The stigma receives The stigma receives pollen. The stigma receives pollen grains. The next one is 1. The ovary wall becomes the fruit wall. The ovary wall becomes the fruit wall. Then you have 4. I think I'll skip this. I'll skip this to explain it in some other time, because the question is actually not clear. So I'm having 2 here. Finding it difficult to pick out the main point. See the correct figure sequence for the following label parts. The correct figure sequence, and also it's not clear, so I'll skip this. Number 17. Which structure becomes the seed coat after fertilization? I'll skip this too. 17. I'll skip it too. 18. Which of the following is not true of wind pollinated flower? They've come back to it again. Wind pollinated flower, I'll just pick the answer here. They don't have scented petals because they are not attracting insects. 18 is option D. 19. Where is the food stored in a yam plant? 19. Where is the food stored in a yam plant? In a yam plant, the food is stored in the stem. The stem, right. Yam is a stem tuber. Yam is a stem tuber. While cassava and sweet potato are root tubers. They ask this one a lot. Cassava and sweet potatoes are root tuber. Yam is a stem tuber. Not only yam, I think there's another one. Yam is a stem tuber. Yam is a stem tuber. Yam is a stem tuber. Right. On ginger stores its food in the rhizome. Rhizome is spelled Rhizome. Cocoyam stores its food in the corm. The corm is spelled CORM. Onion stores its food in the leaf bases. Leaf bases is LEAFBASES, while sugarcane stores its food in its stem, similar to yam. 20. Question 20. A fruit formed from a single flower having several free carpels are. This should be, let's see, 20 is an aggregate fruit. So write for me. An aggregate fruit is a fruit that is formed from a single flower with several carpels. I would like us to take this point down, and we'll stop here to continue from the next video. Right. Polycarpous flower. Polycarpous here means the flower has many carpels. Polycarpous flower, which carpels are separate, is called apocarpous. Apocarpous is APOCARPOUS. Next, if the carpels are fused, it is called syncarpous flower or syncarpous pistil. Syncarpous is SYNCARPOUS, syncarpous pistil. Next, if it contains only one carpel, it is called monocarpous. Next, right. Compound fruits are usually false fruit. Alright, we'll put a stop there and we'll continue again on this chapter from the next video. Thanks for watching. I'd like you to snap and send to me the items you've been able to jot on the WhatsApp group. If you're not on the WhatsApp group, I'll leave the link to the WhatsApp group on the description box. You could also drop a like on this video. You could also let your friends know about our classes. We run a paid class on WhatsApp. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.